interrupt this program to bring you this breaking news bulletin coming to you live from the President Newsroom. It began 32 days ago when we invited 16 of the best orators into the deep realm of the White House that we call the deep state. We are down to 3. By the end of the night, someone will join 8 other winners and become the next president of this org. This is the season finale of the President Deep State. Good evening, everyone. I'm Eric Taylor, part of the news team. Let's welcome our production program. Please welcome Chris and Phil and Christian. Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hey.
Hello. We're here, guys.
Finale night. It's the Brainiacs, right?
Yes, indeed.
Such a Brainiac season. Nailed it.
Love it. I love it. But it's been an incredible run. It's been an incredible game. And we have 3 outstanding players backstage ready to become the president of this org. Shall we get them in here right now?
Yes.
Let's do it. Here they are, the top 3 of the President Deep State. Please welcome, no particular order, please welcome Jabbar. Please welcome Mickayla. Yes, there you go.
Give me some rum.
And Sanam. Welcome aboard, everybody. Oh my goodness. Hello. Let me do this. I'm gonna put that over here. I'm gonna put you right in the middle because you're gonna be in the middle of the action today. It's gonna be amazing because we have our final 3 here. One of you is gonna win this game. How are y'all feeling tonight? I can sense
they feel so good. They feel so good. Nobody can talk, Eric.
They don't feel nervous at all. They feel
not
collected,
at all.
Completely ready to give speeches and win competitions. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Well, let me tell you this before we officially get started, because I will not belabor the point anymore. This has been a really fun season. No matter who wins, just enjoy the ride, have fun with it, because one of you is about to win this game tonight. Shall we get into it? All right. Yeah. I'm going to send everybody backstage except for the final 3. So, production, I will see you all in a little bit here. So, when we but before anything else, I must tell you that the Electoral College is watching this particular broadcast right now. So, hello, Electoral College. We will see you very, very soon. So, we last left off on Thursday with the top 4 debate, in which Sanam won the debate, sending Zach to the Electoral College in 4th place. After Zach was eliminated from the game, we competed in part 1 of the top 3 frontrunner competition, which was our classic finger cups, the endurance competition. We got to hold the cups with your finger. And the winner of part 1 for that was Sanam. Sanam was the winner. She will be moving on to part 3. We then, on Friday, competed in a live part 2 competition, a brand new debut competition of chessboard puzzles, where our 2 candidates, Mickayla and Jabbar, had to complete missing information and put it in a jigsaw and then send it to me, and the first to 4 points won. Facing off with Sanam in part 3 of our frontrunner tonight will be Jabbar. So it'll be Jabbar and Sanam competing in part 3 tonight. Mickayla, I will send you backstage because I will be doing part 3 with Sanam and Jabbar. We'll see you momentarily. All right. I will need you both to grab just a couple pieces of paper, something to write with. And I need you to put an A and a B. An A and a B. Oh, perfect. You came prepared. I love it.
I was going to come prepared.
I told you what I thought it was going to be, Jabbar.
It's like they had a thought what it might be. Yes, our alumni are sending best wishes to you all. Absolutely. All right. So, Jabbar and Sanam, welcome to part 3 of the final frontrunner of the season. One of you is about to become the final frontrunner of this game. You've played for 32 days, and you've had the opportunity to get to know all of your candidates, but more specifically, you've had a real good chance to get to know the Electoral College. Well, tonight, we're going to see how much you know about the Electoral College in a game that we like to call Know Your Cabinet. I'm going to give you a statement that was provided by a member of the Electoral College. At the end of each statement, I will give you 2 possible answers. Your task is to tell me which one is the true statement that they gave, the one that they actually gave. The other one, I just made up. If you are correct, you get a point. The person with the most points after 8 prompts wins the competition and a guaranteed spot in the season finale. Are there any questions? Seeing none. For the final front runner of the season and an opportunity to sit in the finale, it's time to play Know Your Cabinet. Our first statement's going to come from Andrew. Andrew says, the moment that shocked me the most was A, Jonah leaving at top 15 in that close vote, or B, the entire House meeting at top 11. Please put your answer on your chest. You have 5 seconds. Oh, you're both ready to go. Reveal. Both of you say B. The correct answer is A, Jonah leaving at top 15 in that close vote. Nobody
At least we're equally gagged.
Moving on to question number 2. This comes to us from Ray. If I had to be trapped in a grocery store overnight with someone from the game, I'd pick A, Jacob, or B, AJ. You have 5 seconds. Go ahead and reveal. Sanam says A. Jabbar says B. The correct answer... Oh, keep your paper up. Sorry. Keep your paper up. Sorry. The correct answer is B. AJ.
Shouldn't have switched my paper at the last second.
Next up, we have a statement from Jacob. Question number 3. I really appreciated getting to play with you. I want to know, what do I regret most? Was it A, neglecting my game relationship with Cake, or B, telling AJ that I would nominate Jabbar next to Jabbar? Reveal. I see. Up there, I see it now. Both of you say A. The correct answer, you both caught my typo. It was A. I realized I wrote Jabbar twice. You both say A. Jabbar 2, Sanam 1. I've got a visual for this next one because it comes to us from Kevin. So let me show you the visuals first, and then I will post the banner, and then you'll answer. All right. My favorite GIF of the season, I have 2 choices for you. Was it A, or B? Which one was his favorite? Was it A, The Lion King, or B, Emperor's New Groove? Go ahead and reveal. Both of you said B, and I don't need to show you the answer for this one. I'm just going to show it to you. The correct answer, you should have gone with Lion King. It is A.
Kevin's a stream Stigma fan to me. If the text was different, it would have been
wrong. Anyway. Next up, we have Cake. The moment that shocked me the most was A, going on the block on my allies HOH, or B, Andrew getting blindsided and everyone lying to me? Reveal. Looks like both of you say A. Yep, I see it now. Both of you say A. The correct answer is A. Going on the block of my allies, HOH. Next up, we have J. My favorite moment of the season was A, winning the second chief of staff. I needed that. Or B, getting the message from President Mickayla. What an icon. Reveal. Sanam says A. Jabbar says B. The correct answer is B, getting the message from President Mickayla. What an icon. Here's where we stand. The score is Jabbar 4, Sanam 2. If you both match A and B, Jabbar, there are 2 left. Jabbar would win. If Jabbar is wrong and Sanam is correct, we move on to the last question. If Jabbar gets it right and Sanam gets it wrong, Jabbar will be the front runner. Question number 7. My strategy in one sentence was A, don't be perfect, but be present, or B, don't be afraid to be the only person to do something. You both have it? Reveal. Sanam says B, Jabbar's is loading. Both of you say B. The correct answer is B. There is no need to go on with a lead. Congratulations, Jabbar. You are through to the finale. Congratulations. And we'll bring everybody back on in here. All right, Mickayla, welcome back. Jabbar, before anything else, I've got to go to you. You are in the finale of this game. How do you feel?
I'm lagging pretty badly, but I'm speechless.
It's all good. Well, congratulations. You are through. You will see the finale of this game. Congratulations. We are now going to immediately go into the live poll. Mickayla and Sanam, you are on the block. Jabbar, you will have the sole vote to eliminate. But before Jabbar casts his vote, I'd like to give Mickayla and Sanam one final opportunity to plead their case as to why Jabbar should save them tonight. We'll start with Mickayla and go to Sanam. Mickayla?
Before I get to that, I got every fucking question right. Thank you. Jabbar, I'm so proud of you for winning this one. I feel like me and you have worked really closely this game, and let's give him a fucking show. The end.
All right. Thank you. Sanam?
Jabbar, we've had such an interesting relationship through this game where we have like a friendship that's been forged, but we've also been able to touch base consistently throughout this game as two people that have never been in an alliance together and have not really been like each other's priority, but always like one of each other's priorities. And then in Endgame, you know, I made it my mission to keep you safe. And we've talked about what happens in the circumstance. And I think that any one of the three of us has a great shot at winning, but I hope that you follow through with everything we've talked about and where your headspace is at here today. But either way, congratulations. You killed it. You earned that win. And also, we're tied for most comp wins, so I think you have a great shot against me now. Just saying.
Thank you so much, Sanam. Jabbar, you are guaranteed second place and the title of vice president of this org. But now you face the most important decision of the game. You must decide if you would like to sit next to Mickayla or Sanam in the President Deep State finale. This could be the difference between becoming the president or the vice president. Are you ready to make that decision?
I think I'm ready.
You are off mute. Please go ahead and announce that decision now.
Yeah, so I feel like I've worked really closely with you both over the past 30 something days to different capacities. So to me, this vote comes down to the vote, the jury, and how I think the jury is going to perceive me versus the other person in the finale. And because of that, unfortunately, I have to evict you, Sanam.
Sanam, it is official. Your campaign comes to an end tonight.
At least I'm Secretary of State, baby. Congratulations to both of you and good luck.
Well, Sanam, before you go, I do want to say something. We have a lot of viewers tuning in, and I'm sure the Electoral College is tuning in as well. I want to say something, and production wants to jump in. It was an absolute pleasure having you play this game, Sanam. You are incredible. We love you. And but it's been amazing having you with us.
I appreciate it. This is the most proud I've ever been of my own game performance. So, Jabbar, I think you made the right call. Love you both. Best of luck. I can't wait to pick for a winner here.
Thanks for playing, girl. You were amazing.
You guys.
That comp run goes untouched. That was insane. Insane, Sanam. Every reason to be so proud of yourself.
Oh my
That tough challenge was the downfall of my first org. This is everything I wanted to do since my first org. I could not have been more proud of myself. I could not be more proud of the two people going into finale. You are going to have a great president regardless of how this goes.
100%. Absolutely. Well, Sanam, thank you so much for playing. We will add you to the Electoral College momentarily, and we will see you later tonight where you will interview Mickayla and Jabbar and make your decision. We'll see you soon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mickayla, Jabbar, you are in the finale of the President Deep State. Congratulations to both of you. What a game. Well done. No matter who wins, it's going to be an amazing winner. You both absolutely deserve it. So congratulations. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take 5 minutes to just decompress, run to the restroom, whatever you need to do. But then when we get back in 5 minutes, we're going to find out who is our president. Is it President Mickayla or President Jabbar? We're going to find out later tonight. In the meantime, 5 minutes. We'll be right back, everybody.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. We'll see y'all.
Hit it, Eric. I set you up, Eric, and you missed it again. Wow. Click the button.
Wow. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to the Situation Room nominations, the second mischief of the game. Your time starts now.
This is the craziest shit I've ever seen in the game.
Jess buzzes in. Congratulations, Jess. You have won the debate. Looks like Phil. Yeah! All right.
The battle against England. It was 1776.
The World War of 18... The world... I don't know. Sorry.
American Revolution.
Fuck me, dude.
Did you say...
He said 1776, and then I said the War of 1812.
Get this record. Let's
And
go! Let's go!
Karina and Michael, you
Let's
have
go!
won the front runner.
You did that.
Oh! Are you fucking kidding me?
I quit. I quit this fucking shit on.
Save a nominee.
What game are you playing? What game are you playing right now?
When I reveal the vote, the person that has been eliminated will have a few moments to say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House.
I have to vote to evict the person who I have no relationship with. I vote to evict Madison.
And I have to make this final move because I truly feel that I have a very small chance to win, and it's only against one of these people. I know I promised you safety, Jeremy, but I have to go back on it, and I'm sorry, I'm choosing to evict you.
The person who answered this question the fastest in their production chat and is the chief of staff for this round is Kyle.
Which house would you like me to rip up, saving both nominees from elimination? Zach, you are the chief of staff for the round. Please decide amongst yourselves which house you would like me to rip up, thus saving both nominees and nullifying that house.
I am going to nullify the house of Marina.
Are you still holding them cups, Jason? Good job.
Yeah.
And that's the one. Good job. The correct answer is a spoon. Congratulations, Lee. You have won the debate.
Let's go. You thought you could take me out that easily?
I'm sorry, but I'm going after some big dogs today, and that's why it's going to be Noah and Chandler.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Holding cups on the wall.
So how's your weekend going?
9. Suck it.
God love you and God bless you all.
No more bullshit, Eric. All right?
Say their goodbyes, gather their belongings, and walk out of the White House. By a vote of 4-2. Amanda, you are safe. Corey, your campaign has come to an end. Congratulations, Jackson. You have won the front runner.
The winner of The President Season 1 is Cody,
Ronnie Talbot, Jackson, Zach, Marina, Austin Sacco. We are back. Welcome, everybody, to our continuing coverage of the President Deep State season finale. We have our final two backstage ready to go. One of them is going to be the vice president. The other is going to be the president of this org, the 9th president of this org. Shall we introduce them and say hello? Please welcome your final two of the President Deep State, Jabbar and Mickayla. Welcome, and good evening to both of you. Once again, congratulations on making it to the end of this game. You cannot go any further than this, and one of you is about to win this game. We've already gone through the rules and the procedure for season finale and how this will work, but I will just refresh it for our viewers who might be tuning in. You have been asked to prepare a 3-minute opening statement and a 3-minute closing statement. Once you are done with the opening statements, the Electoral College will come in one at a time to ask you questions, to give you feedback, give you thoughts, and anything for those 5 minutes. And as soon as we're done with that, we will then go to our closing statements. Once the closing statements are complete, I will then say the words to open the polls. And then the Electoral College will vote. They are voting for a winner tonight, and one of you will be the president by the end of the night. So keep an eye on the private chat of your StreamYard, because that will be where I will give you your 1 minute, 30 seconds, wrap it up. And when you see wrap it up, you don't have to abruptly stop, but just finish your thought. You don't have to race through it. It will be like 3 minutes and 5 seconds if we have to, but just get through your thought. If you start going on another thought, I'll jump in and be like, thank you, welcome back. But I don't think we will do that. So, all right, Jabbar, as you won the final frontrunner of the season, you have one more decision that you need to make. For both your opening and closing statement, would you like to speak first or second?
Does that affect how you speak at the end, or like if you go
for both? Yep, for both, you would want to go first for opening and closing, or second for opening and closing.
Oh, okay. Then Mickayla can go first.
Alrighty, sounds good. Sounds good. So, Mickayla, the timer, which reminds me, I gotta give you the timer. The time will start once you are in full screen. You'll have the screen all to yourself. And once you start to make your speech, I will then start the timer. Let's have a fun finale, everybody. Mickayla, let's kick it off.
All right, let's do this thing. First, I want to say how proud I am to be sitting here. This season has not been easy. Every single week was a fight, not socially, mentally, but also competitively. And I fought like hell to be sitting in this chair. Yes, I am sitting next to someone who I worked extremely close with. And I'm so, so grateful for that partnership. But I didn't get here by sitting behind and coasting behind anyone. I made hard decisions. I took shots when I needed to take shots, and I adapted every single time the game has shifted. There were moments I was on the bottom, moments people counted me out, but instead of folding, I worked even fucking harder. I built relationships across this entire house. I made moves to put me in a position of power, not once, but multiple times. If you're voting tonight, I just ask that you look at this as a full body of work, the competitions, the strategy, the resilience, and the fight. I didn't just survive this game, I played it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mickayla. Jabbar, you are up next. I will reset the timer, and your time will start once you are ready to roll.
So first and foremost, thank you so much, production, for having me. It's been a blast. I had gave up orgs about a year and a half ago just because the wear and tear on my mind, my body, my spirit, it was just too much. And even though this game was a lot, I really appreciate you all reaching out to me to play, and I'm so grateful. The next thing I want to do is I want to take this time to honestly apologize. I know that I lied a lot in this game. I know that I was pretty intense at times, or I came off as like robotic, or I didn't care about people's feelings. I'm not going to excuse that behavior. I'm really not a bad person outside of these games. And so, yeah, I hope that, like, even if you don't vote for me, you're willing to, like, forgive me, and we can build a relationship outside of these games. Now, Mickayla brought up a good point in her speech that you as a jury hopefully will consider the entirety of the game, like the big picture. And so I'm going to talk about each component of that big picture and why I think I am the candidate to win in that case. If you are considering the physical game, please consider me because I won 4 front runners, 3 of them back to back to back at the final 6, the final 4, and the final 3. The last 3 competition, like front runners I competed in, I won. And in most of those cases, honestly, every time I was the front runner, I made what I consider a big move. And I also won 2 debate passes, totaling 6 competition wins. And not for nothing, I'm sure AJ has probably already told you all this, but I actually uncovered or unscrambled that final chief of staff first with the word undercover. However, because I had just won the debate pass, I didn't want to be seen as a bigger threat winning 2 competitions in the same round. And so I gave the answer to AJ and he played it and got it correct. If you're going to consider the strategy portion, please consider me as well. Even though I was nominated very early in the game, I wiggled my way into multiple alliances throughout this game. I had multiple final 2 deals, final 3 deals, and I did not hesitate to like talk strategy with anyone who wanted to talk strategy with me. And this leads me into the social part of my game. There is something to be said about the fact that I was nominated uh, on day 4, and I saw my eviction vote being 13-0. I was nominated again, and then I did not see my eviction vote again until the final 5, and it was a 2-0 vote. And in that final 5, I'm pretty confident that with Sanam as the front runner, I stay over any other candidate in a 2-0 vote. This is not luck. This is skill. This shows the social game that I was putting in and the time and the effort that I was as well. Thank you all for your time. I cannot wait to answer your questions. Good luck, Mickayla, and may the best player win.
Thank you, Jabbar and Mickayla. We are now going to immediately go into our jury segment, the Electoral College segment of the night. One by one, in order of elimination, the Electoral College will come here and take this spot and ask you any question that they feel like that they need to make the best decision for their vote tonight. Each member of the Electoral College will have 5 minutes to ask you questions, give you feedback, and everything in between. Electoral College members, just keep an eye on the private chat. I'll give you the 1 minute, 30 seconds, wrap it up there as well. We will kick things off tonight with our king of the Electoral College, Andrew.
Hi. You know how long I waited for all this? You know how long I could have been festering for, 16 days from even before that, when one of you decided, hey, I'm going to just destroy his game, like on that live fight, house meeting, whatever you want to call it, and just trample him to the ground and show no mercy. While the other decided to just do it behind my back and lie straight in my face. I have a bone to pick with both of you. And honestly, I think you knew it was coming when I was getting evicted, right? However, I was humbled very quickly that night that I didn't know what was exactly going on. And honestly, y'all did. And you threw me to the wolves and got me out. The part I did not like from both of y'all, and you can both attest to it, is the unnecessary lying. And that's the part I'm really struggling with, because both of y'all are equal in my eyes right now. Because I don't know who to vote for. I don't really care about the competition aspect to this. I don't really care about the strategy portion to this. Everyone has already told me all of that. I've had this long, and I think you both fumbled a bag with me really bad. Well, Jabbar, you straight up told me that the way I pitched was bringing people tears to their eyes that they want to keep me, when you knew dang well you were going to vote me out. And even if you didn't, you did vote me out. Like, I know who voted to keep me. And then Mickayla, right before that happened, and I was trying to pitch to you everything, I heard after the fact you were never going to keep me regardless of what I was saying. And that's what is hurting me the most. And I felt bitter throughout most of it. And y'all can understand my dilemma right now. It's like a catch-22. Y'all both screwed me equally. And I'm really struggling to figure out who I should vote for. Because going into this, I was voting for Sanam, because she at least was up front with me. And she didn't put a front with me, especially with all that stuff that's happening. So, since y'all mentioned lying and everything like that, I want to know, what was the biggest lie that you each told? Because I'm not going to just go and just degrade your game this whole time. My wife told me to be humble and forgive, and I can forgive y'all. But I want to know your biggest lie, because at this point, this is all truth. So let's start with who won the front runner. Jabbar, tell me what your biggest lie was.
Yeah, can I give you 2, or 2 that's connected, or
you can do both?
Okay, so I would say the round you and Jacob left, I think that those were pretty much my biggest and shittiest lies. I was under the impression under the president round that when you don't know which front runner is going to stay front runner, you kind of want to appease. So I did lie to both you and Jacob, just in case you all were safe and your HOH or your front runner was dethroned. You're right, I did know that I was evicting you.
You could
I
have been
don't
up
really
front.
have
Zach
a
at least was upfront with me about that, and he was the only one. The other three of you, because I'm counting AJ in this, didn't tell me. So like,
Right.
that's the part that's hurting me.
I think it's also a different consideration for Zach. Like Zach and Jay were seen as a duo, so it's a lot easier for Zach to say he's going to keep Jay, regardless of if the front runner is dethroned or not. And I felt like if your front runner was dethroned, and I told you I was evicting you, like it was beyond irreparable if you stayed in the game. So those you
Fair
and
enough.
Jake and the president round was my biggest lies, I would say.
Mickayla.
My biggest lie of the season, it wasn't about a vote, it wasn't, about anything like that. The biggest secret and lie that I've told was how close me and Sanam actually were through this entire game. Me and Sanam were basically final two since the beginning. And people knew that we were close, but I don't think we led on how close we actually were. Me and Sanam were trading secrets and information back and forth the entire game, and I don't think anyone caught on to it until it was too late to catch on to. So when people asked how close I truly was with Sanam, did I say I have beef with Sanam because I went home to her in my last game? Absolutely. Was that true? No. I've never had a single bone to pick with Sanam.
Okay. That's a fair point. So a lot of this jury tonight is pissed at both of y'all. I'm just going to be upfront with y'all. I didn't want to, I have been rehearsing what I would say and trying to make y'all do the stuff that you did to me, Mickayla. But I wanted to be humble in this because I didn't feel like there was a need to do that. Y'all understand what you messed up on. And I want y'all to really reflect on that after this because I like both of y'all. There was a reason why I went to y'all and wanted to make peanut butter and jam, honestly. But obviously it felt like an afterthought. That's what you told me, Mickayla. But from one of you, whoever I vote for, it will be an afterthought, unfortunately. Just gotta bring that back. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but I don't have any ill will. I just wanted to just mention that, but I am still open. I'm gonna listen to whatever the jury say as much as possible, and may the best person win. I'm not gonna shit on y'all. I promise that. All right, Eric, you can take me out.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Moving on to our next juror. She is waiting backstage. She is a ray of sunshine. It is Ray.
Hi! Oh my gosh. I mean, I think I'm the only one happy with this result. So my question is, if you had not played this game, what would be the biggest change to the way the game went? I don't know how. One of you start.
Can you give an example of what you mean?
I mean, I was struggling in my mind because, obviously, Mickayla, I love you, but you didn't even use the veto on Sanam, okay? So, I got the sense that you were working against me after I put Jay up, honestly. But anyway, I guess what I'm saying is that when I was looking at what Sanam had done, she made a lot of moves, was very active. What are the ways that you didn't just hang on in this game, but what have you done to shape the game and the way it went?
Do you have a preference of who you want to go first?
What's the alphabetical order?
I guess I would be first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I have a few. Right, when I won front runner and I targeted Brandon and Jacob, AJ had already told me who was on AJ's shortlist, and I assumed that the COS would be used on him. So I got rid of a personal threat being Brandon. And I think that showed me, because myself and Sanam also traded information. And so the people who Sanam was close with, who she was telling me were close, I was able to keep all of those people safe to form strategic bonds with them, also getting rid of a personal target of mine. I think that when I won my second front runner and targeted Jay, despite royally lying to him in front of like the whole live stream, I think Jay was a front runner to win the season. And after Jay left, I was able to survive on a block. And I think I would have survived on a block regardless of who I was sitting next to. And I don't think I would have been able to do that with Jay in a game. And that pretty much gave me like at least a free ride to the final 3.
Okay. So I'm assuming your question is like, how have I shaped the game? And then also how the game would have played out without me being a part of it, right?
I mean, I guess I'm trying to like see like what are your most like dynamic actions? Like what like yeah, like big moves.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start by saying like my first ever win was a veto because Kevin put me on the block, right? So I won that veto, and then right after that, I went to win front runner right after that. And I did what Kevin and I forget who he was next to during the president round, but I did what everyone was scared to do, which was put Julia up on the block, right? So I think I made that decision because I was like, all right, I'm going to do what no one else had the balls to do. So I put Julia up on the block. Later down the line and again, I'm going to piggyback off of what Jabbar said. Jay, me and him were going back and forth with who is the biggest threat right now. And Sanam begged me to, save Jay, please save Jay. You're digging me a grave if you don't save Jay. And I didn't, because I knew the moment that Jay had that power, he was going to come right back at me. So making that move, I'm here, So I think those were like my 2 most dynamic moves of the season.
All right. Okay, I can see that. Yeah. Very fun. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm not supposed to say who I'm rooting for, so I will not be doing that. But definitely this is the result I was wanting of the final 3. Love you all. Yeah, and I'm running out of time. And hi, Eric.
Oh, hi. Sorry, I thought you were. Anyway, go ahead, finish your thought. Sorry about that.
No, that thought was just a ramble trying to filibuster, dude. Come in.
Oh my god, love it. Well, send in the
Send in the squirrels.
Love that. Well, Ray, thank you so much. We will see you when you we will have you cast your vote at the end of this. All right. Next up, please welcome Jacob.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi, Jacob.
That's my first question. How are you? How are you both? Tell me quickly, how are you?
I'm fine.
Happy to be here.
Fantastic. That's great. Andrew said that a lot of the jury is mad. I want to say very clearly that I'm not mad at either of you. I'm happy that both of you are here. Let's talk about your games. I really want to know, like, what makes you the best representative of this season? Why should you be the president that is the winner that's going to represent this cast? We'll start with Jabbar and we'll go to Mickayla.
So I think that I am the best representative of this cast because I think I symbolize hope for a lot of people. Normally when people are nominated like early in the game multiple times, they either become a perpetual pawn or people take them out because they don't want to them to continue to be put on a block. And I really showed that through hard work, socializing, strategic skill, that you can change your position if you try hard enough and if the game allows you to do so. So I am the perfect candidate for the season because I think that I represent somebody who to the cast, I probably wasn't in the best position at the start, but as the rounds progressed, I became more and more insulated to a point where like I didn't become a final nominee again until the final 5. And even at that point, I was staying regardless of who I was sitting next to. And I think it takes exceptional skill to play a game the way that I did.
All right. Have nothing bad to say about that. Mickayla, you're next.
I think I represent this season by just showing grit. Like, I was also a pretty early nom with Kevin putting me up, and then I took myself off. I didn't have to rely on anyone else to take me off. I've won 3 vetoes, 2 saving myself from the block. So that shows that like I am willing to like fight tooth and nail to like not only secure my spot, but I knew me taking myself off the block, I wasn't putting anyone that I was working closely with in danger either. I've worked with a lot of people in this house, you being one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just so thankful for everyone that I've worked with. Mm-hmm. And like me showing my love to you guys, I hope it's, you know, reciprocated back to me. Just overall showing love, showing respect. I didn't pop off on anyone. I didn't, you know, wish ill on anyone. I think I played a really respectable game to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you both should be very proud of the games that you played. You both played very different games, and I want to talk about that difference, at least from my perspective now. And again, when I say this, I'm not mad at anyone. Mickayla, like, we were working together since I think day 1 or 2 in the professionals with me, you and Sanam. You were sharing information with me, like, really transparently. I really appreciate that. Tell me about the decision to loop me in. Like, were you a part of that decision, and why was I such an important part of your game? If I was at all, if I wasn't, feel free to tell me. I'm not going to be mad about it.
No, I do think you were like a huge part of my game, because coming in, I only knew Sanam. And Sanam telling me that like she really trusts you, it made me feel like I could also really trust you, and it worked. It worked for a long time until, you know, unfortunately you were eliminated. But I think the keeping each other like in the loop with everything, I think all 3 of us were working on very polarizing sides of the house. Because we had the threats and then we had the non-threats. So I think Sanam being a part of the threats and then me and you not being on, you know, on the threats, we were able to bounce information from 1, 2, 3, and also like fact checked each other too. Like, this person said this to me, what did this person say to you? And it worked.
Yeah, it absolutely worked until it didn't. And part of the reason why it stopped working is, hi Jabbar. I'm really, really proud of the game that you've played. Can you just like illustrate why it was important to lie to me? Like, I know that you mentioned like being with the president round and the format. Like, again, I'm not mad. I'm just curious, like, what strategic reason there is to lie, especially, to me, when we were wanting to, I think, build something.
Yeah, so I decided to lie to you because I felt confident that I had found the COS, but you can just never be too sure. And I was afraid of if someone else found it and dethrone you or dethrone Kevin, who had nominated you, that it would look really badly if I told you the truth that I was evicting you after you and I talked about going to the end together and you still being in the game.
Yeah, I think like one of the things from my perspective is I think we were we were undergoing a situation where we were both lying a little bit. You asked me about like whether or not my dance card was full, and I was like, sure, I'll take that final 2, but I think we both knew that like we were using each other a bit in the game, so I don't take that personally. I really enjoyed all of our conversations and all of the outside of the game stuff. It was really great. I'm just kind of curious, how has this game not gone the way you hoped for both of you? If you can answer quickly, like what what is something? We'll start with Jabbar. Like, I know that you're here, but how is this game not gone the way you've hoped?
Ray getting evicted 6-1 was not on my bingo card. I would have preferred Ray to stay over.
Yeah, okay. 6-1, got it.
The way it didn't go for me was honestly like that last 25% of this game, I wasn't winning shit. And it felt awful. So I do wish at the end I was, pulling wins like Jabbar and Sanam. I truly wish I was.
Absolutely. I can sympathize with you as not a game winner as well. But I want to say that like you should both be really proud of the game that you played, and I am really honored to have been a part of both of your games. And I'm going to just vote for the person that I think is the best representative of the season. But neither of you would be a bad representative of the season. It was fun to play with both of you, and Eric, you can take me out.
All right. Thank you, Jacob. Next, it's time to give a big hand, or in this case, a tiny hand, as I see them on the screen, to Kevin.
Hello. I did my hair for tonight for you all. You're welcome. Okay, so I like to sit in front of this wall. I painted this wall. I'm in my house. I don't have hurt feelings. I sign up for these games knowing I'm going to be lied to. Do not feel bad. Do not apologize to me. I also lie. I didn't lie as much, but that's just because I'm old and I don't have a good memory for my lies, right? It's not because of some moral high ground, okay? I'm going to give you my perception of each of you, and I want you to tell me if you think it's accurate, and if so, if that is a good thing, and if not, what I have wrong. So, okay, I will start. I feel like Jabbar's been starting a lot, but I'm going to start with Jabbar. Sorry. Okay. So here's the thing, Jabbar. I think that you have proven that you can pull off a lie really, really well, right? Like you convinced me several times that you were going to do things that you didn't end up doing, and that's fine. Again, don't apologize to me for that. That is the game. My perception is, I don't know if I told you guys, or if I told you, if you remember, when I learned about football, I was living in Philly and I was watching the Eagles with my friends, and I was like, guys, based on everything you've told me, I don't think it's that they're the best players. I think they're just getting lucky. So my perception is that sometimes you just lied to lie, and the reason you're here is kind of luck. And you're free to disagree with that. This is just, again, I've been out for a while, and you didn't tell me everything. That's fine, but that's my perception. So I assume that you think that perception is wrong. So tell me why it's wrong. Tell me that your lies were strategic and intentional.
So I feel like it's two different things being asked. First of all, I know that I lie unnecessarily. I did actually consider saving you, but then I went against that when I realized how much Mickayla wanted to keep you. I lied to Cake unnecessarily. I will say that. But I don't think that says that I got here by luck. I strategically allied with people who won competitions. I think that when I was on a block, I'm pretty confident that I wasn't going home. If somebody can come and tell me that that isn't the case. And when I was put up by you the second time, I won a competition to save myself. I won 4 front runners. Those rounds were not luck. That took skill to do. I think that there's very few rounds that I would say that I got lucky. Maybe the first round with Gluck volunteering to leave, but I think regardless of that, I think I had at least 7 votes to keep me. So I will agree with you that I did lie unnecessarily, specifically in the rounds where they were not president rounds, but I do reject the idea that I got here because of luck.
I want to say yes, not just luck, but that sometimes it just seemed like lying to lie because it was fun to lie. And it just happened. It happened to work out, but there's a good chance it might not have worked out. That's kind of my perception. Okay, Mickayla, my perception of your game is that in a lot of ways, at times you gave up control. Now, I am not somebody who thinks that control is super important. So, do you think that is a correct assessment, that at times you gave up control and you let people decide things? And was that intentional, or was that just because that's the situation you were in?
I can admit that I did give up control in some certain situations, but I think it's because I didn't want to expose where I was in the game. I played the middle for a long, long time. I do know there was points where the threats thought I was on their side, and then the non-threats thought I was with them. So I do think that I played strategically with my power and when I decided to use it. One of those examples was when Zach put up Sanam and Rai. I could have used the veto to take one of them down, but I knew Sanam had the numbers. I didn't want to expose my situation. I didn't want to expose how close me and Sanam actually were. I take her down. Ooh, Mickayla and Sanam. Why did Mickayla take Sanam down? Oh, probably because they're close. So I was like, you know what, Zach, you don't want me to use it? Sure, I won't use it.
Okay. I only have a minute left, but that's fine because I'm not going to use the whole minute. Again, this light that's shining down on me, I installed this light. I'm in my house. You didn't send me home. I am home. It's fine. We can all be friends. I think you're both great. And I can't wait to someday give you a little tiny high five in person. Okay, bye.
Love it. Thank you, Kevin. And nice hair.
Thank you.
Awesome. Love it. All right. Next up, we welcome back from 7th place, Cake.
Hello. Y'all could come off mute.
Hey, Cake.
Hey.
Hello. So one of you, I have an idea of where I'm leaning towards. I want to start off by saying this. Jabbar, I had your back since round 1, and you did some lying, you did some scheming, is what it is. That's the game. Mickayla. Where do I start? I mean, I just look at the time when I left. You did not speak to me for 12 days. At all. Leaving me on red. But wanted me to keep you in the game. And have this deal where I'm working with you and Jabbar and Sanam and Jacob. Like you presented before Live Night. So I just want to hear why I should vote for you when you didn't give me the chance when I was trying to be fluid towards you. And Jabbar, my question for you is elaborate on your game, because a lot of people are very confused by certain things that have been said. So I think you're doing great about taking accountability. Just elaborate on some of the reasons why. But yeah, Mickayla, why should I vote for you when you paid me dust?
I truly think that it was a mutual thing. After the whole live call in the house chat, you said, I don't care about the good mornings. I don't care about the this and that. So I stopped. I said good morning to you for 3 days in a row without anything in return.
You mean when I
Narrow
was on vacation? You mean when I was on vacation? But I remember what I said on that call. It was, I'm tired of having good mornings and there be no game talk. When I would go to you and call and talk about game, it would be for 5 seconds and then you would have to hop off because you were calling other people.
So I had a feeling that me and you weren't going to work well together, and that's okay. Because in my personal opinion, it felt like you only wanted to call me when I had information. You were very, very cagey with me, with all information.
I find that very interesting because when the whole chat threat gate happened, let's call it that, you sat there and I was open and honest saying, this is what I have. If you have any questions, ask it. I was willing to share. And I did share. Anytime I had information, I would come to you and be like, oh, did you hear whatever, whatever? How do you feel about this, not the other? So it seems like you're trying to sit here and spin a narrative that wasn't really true. But I want to give Jabbar some time. So Jabbar, elaborate on some of the reasons why you lied. Because I remember the round I was leaving, you sat there and said, literally the day, as soon as I was nominated, what did you say?
I basically said that I would consider separating myself from Mickayla.
Mm-hmm.
It was something along those lines.
Can you please elaborate on like why the unnecessary line? At least for me, in my case.
The reason why I unnecessarily lied there was because there was still a chance for you to get vetoed. And quite frankly, I thought when Sanam won the veto, that she was going to veto you. And that would put a potential for me to be on the block. So I was kind of prepping myself for if you were off the block, like, what can I say to you to get your vote to keep me? It was a lie, unfortunately. It was a preemptive lie. I didn't fully expect the veto to not be used. And at that point, I was like, okay, Mickayla has like connections outside of this, but I'm confident that Mickayla will choose me in the future. And I had a little bit more doubt with you. And it's evident in the fact that she saved me 2 rounds later when I was on the block.
Wow. I appreciate that insight. I just wished, as I was during the entirety of the game, at least to you, which you said round after round, I appreciate you saying you're going to keep me anytime there was, as I did with Mickayla, anytime there was whatever happened, I went to you trying to clear the air. And I just didn't like hearing, like all this behind my back and then hearing to my face, yeah, I'm going to keep you essentially because there's going to be a point where I have to turn on Mickayla. But I don't know. Now I don't know what I want to do. So I might just put it to a wheel. Maybe. Who knows? I kid. No, I'm not going to do that. But damn, I look so fucking hot. Sorry. I don't know how much time I have left, but damn, I look so hot.
Actually, just ran out. So
thank you.
Cake, thank you so much. All right, next up we have Jay.
Congratulations to both of you. I'm so excited to see you both here. Look, it makes our job easier when there are 2 people who I genuinely think would be a great representative of the season. So I could give you both praise, but that doesn't make my job easier when I have to make a vote. So please know I'm coming at with some nitpicky moments, not because I don't think there's a lot of good to say, but it's because I have to make a tough choice here. So I'll start with you, Mickayla. I think your underground relationship with Sanam was probably what shaped a lot more of this season than I could have expected. It explains so much of why the last rounds went the way they did. It was there's no way in hell you got 59 in WikiLeaks. It was so clear to me that you were hiding your cards as much as you needed. So I understand a lot of your gameplay. The one thing that I have to ask is, because I know Jabbar is getting a lot of flack for his lies. The round I went home, I came to you. This was even after Sanam said, I'm not using the veto. I said, all right, look, Mick, I understand how the game's going to get played. Just give it to me straight. Am I about to leave so I don't waste 5 minutes talking in your ear? You told me, Jay, you're good. I'm not voting you. I have a deal with Sanam. We're good. And I just didn't understand why, in a world where I was coming to you telling you I understand if that wasn't the case.
Yeah. The reason I did lie to you then was because if you came to just me and was like, listen, like me and you can, go to the end together. I won't come for you if you won't come for me. I had confirmation from multiple other people that you were also talking to them the exact same way. So at that point in the game, like I had your back all the way up until then, even when I was putting my neck out on the line, being your ally. But at that point, I was like, I can't risk my own safety keeping you. Because I do think that if you won the next, I probably would have been gone first before you.
So sorry, I'm not asking why you voted me out. I'm asking in the 2 to 3 minutes before, why tell me one thing and do the there was no need to, you could have just told me Sanam had already decided not to use the veto. I just don't get why you lie and tell me you're not voting for me when in 3 minutes you did the opposite.
I think you would have went and spun something so differently. You are a smooth and quick talker. I think you probably, if you didn't have Like, if you knew you weren't having my vote, you would have hopped off that call and made your rounds with so many other people. So was it stalling? Kind of.
Fair enough. Only one other thing I need to know to wrap up kind of what I know about your gameplay. You told me all season that when me and Sanam were sitting next to each other, you voted to keep me. Here and now, is that true, or did you vote me out?
I voted you out.
Great. Okay. That's what I thought. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jabbar, I do think you had more dominant control over the season. And I honestly look, I have nothing but respect for you. You know that this is, I continue to learn every time we play. My biggest question for you is, I think you had you claim to have a lot of strategic control. Are you sitting next to the right person here today? Is this the person that you should be sitting next to maximize your chances to win?
I would say out of the final three, yes, because I think Sanam can speak to some things that I probably had no clue about. But I mean, to be honest, out of maybe the final five, probably not. But then again, I had a final two with Zach, AJ, Mickayla. So like if any of them had pulled out the competition, it would the game would probably shape out a different way. But I think regardless of who wins those competitions, it's more than likely I'll be here. So I'd rather sit here with a chance to plead my case, knowing that I could get here, than try to alter the trajectory when I'm already dominating, the end part of the game.
Okay. And then the last thing I need from you, Jabbar, is, I think back to moments. It's a little bit easier for me, and maybe it's because Mickayla had the dagger that kind of ultimately slit my throat. I mean, you put me up, but I think Mickayla had the control there. Can you just point me to a place in this game where you did something that benefited you that was completely separate and apart from, Mickayla, that did not involve
Absolutely.
Mickayla or did not benefit Mickayla?
Yeah, I kind of touched on this a little bit, but at the final eight, even though you wanted Kevin to go, there was a slight push to keep Kevin. Mickayla came to me saying we should probably keep Kevin so that Kevin can go after Jay and Zach. And I had already was considering that, but after thinking oh, Mickayla wants this. That means that Mickayla and Kevin are probably close. Plus, I have a closer connection to Sanam than I do with Kevin. And I just feel based off the rapport myself and Sanam had, it had made sense. So I do think I was the swing or the potential third vote that would have been to keep Kevin. And I think had I done that, that would have benefited Mickayla a lot more than me. But I think keeping Sanam and being able to interpret what Sanam would do if she got power really benefited me a lot.
Okay. So just to confirm, Mickayla, you would have preferred Kevin to stay and Sanam to leave that round?
I was definitely thinking both sides from a personal standpoint. Keeping Sanam was either way, actually. Keeping either of them probably would have benefited me either way. I'm glad that I did decide to keep Sanam because things shook out the way it did. But there was a small part of me saying, let me put personal stuff aside. I knew that Kevin was going to come for you. And that means that I didn't, Jabbar didn't, AJ didn't, and Sanam,
Fair enough. Okay. I think I really appreciate you all, your candor, the time you gave me during the game. My best of luck to both of you. It was an honor. It was a pleasure. And good luck with everything left to come your way.
Thank you, Jay. Moving on to our next juror, please welcome AJ.
Salute! I am so happy to see y'all two here. Cheers. Oh my goodness. I am so happy that y'all two made it to the end. It has genuinely been such an honor getting to work with y'all, getting to watch y'all play this game. It's from the start all the way to the end game. The fact that it's y'all two, genuinely could not be happier. Tonight is a celebration because let me tell you something. Y'all two kicked this game's butt left, right, and center. I am so impressed. Jabbar coming in, I knew you are one of the most impactful players I've ever played with in these games. Mickayla, I wasn't familiar with your game, but you are a smooth operator, girl. Like, let me tell you, like, either one of y'all winning this season will be such a strong representative, a strong president. And I don't know if this cast could have asked for someone better. And whoever comes in second, no, y'all also did. That was also amazing. Y'all also killed it. So to celebrate y'all, what I would like for y'all to do is tell us, the jury, what was the proudest moment of your game this season and what it would mean to you to win this season and be the ninth president. And Jabbar, since you went first so many times, Mickayla, you can go first this time.
All right. One thing that I am so proud of, I am extremely new to this community. I was first boot on my first season I've ever played. I swore up and down that I was never going to play another org ever again. And then I played another one. It was a Big Brother one. And I lied and I tried to scheme and then I went home to Sanam. So coming into this game, seeing that Sanam was on the cast and seeing that, like, I don't have to lie 24/7 to make it far. So I am so proud of myself that not only am I sitting here in a final 2, I made jury for the first time. I won my own competitions for the first time. This is the first for a lot for me. So I'm just so proud of, like, the way I fought for myself. I fought for the people I cared for. Overall, like, this whole season, I'm just proud of.
Yeah, I will probably say my proudest moment was surviving the block 13-0. I've played quite a few of these games and I don't really survive the block, or like people don't really give me a chance when I'm nominated. And so just knowing that, like, sure, Gluck volunteered to go, but I also feel like it meant a lot to me that, like, okay, people are giving me a chance to, like, granted, you know, I did lie and scheme behind pretty much everybody who saved me, but it did feel good to, like, know that, like, I was making some type of social impact outright. That really felt good. And what this will mean to me. So a few years ago, I used to play orgs a lot and I would win a lot, but I was using, like, I would play 3 and 4 orgs at a time, kind of to escape some trauma that was going on in my real life. And so I gave up on orgs and then I came back. I still didn't get therapy or anything, but I did try to revamp myself as a person. And that really didn't work. People just assumed that, like, I was the same me from years ago. And so I got targeted a lot earlier. And so that didn't help my mental health either. So I took another break. I went out and I talked about some things that was going on with me. And it really put me in a better headspace to play this game. And so I do feel like, regardless of if I win or lose here, regardless of how people feel about me and, like, the lies I told or how I treated them, I feel like a better, more integrous person. I know that I kept everything within the confines of the game. And I know that, like, I'm playing this, like, it's stressful, but I know how to, like, manage that stress now and not use it as an escape from what's going on in my real world experiences. And so this just means a lot to me, and it just really symbolizes a change for me.
No, I appreciate those answers. And truly, Jabbar, Mickayla, so impressed with y'all two. Like, y'all two are amazing game players. Y'all are sharp, y'all are scary, y'all are personable, y'all are social, physical, strategic, all of it. Y'all are encapsulate of everything. And it has truly been an honor to get to work with y'all, get to talk with y'all to bring me sanity at times. And, like, I could not be happy for either of y'all. Like, love y'all. Y'all are beautiful souls.
I love you.
Thank you so much, AJ. Next up, we welcome our 4th place finisher, Zach.
Hey, can y'all hear me? Okay. First off, I want to congratulate both of you. Mickayla, me and you, I felt like we at least connected in general. Like I feel like with us it was just game talk, which I'm honestly I enjoyed. Like if I can play with someone who at least was upfront and like just straight to the point, like I enjoyed that part of it. Jabbar, like me and you, we connected so at the beginning of the game through just because of Nick City, shout out Nick City, giving nothing but praise to you and seeing how I saw you played Cutthroat. I have nothing but good things to say about either of you. Quite honestly, this is gonna be really difficult for me at least. But one thing I did want to ask for both of you is one of the big things, like I feel like, and I feel like needs to be stressed in these orgs is just knowing how to understand that these are games. Like these are games at the end of the day. Yes, there are going to be people who go below the belt or anything like that or try to attack you personally. But overall, this game has not been that. I feel that. I feel like it's been one of the most positive experiences that I've ever had in a game. What is one thing that each of you like to do to make sure to make that line and know and separate for yourself, at least mentally, and know that what is personal and what is game?
Can I? So, like, are you asking how we decompress, like, outside of the game, like, or?
Yeah, part of that too, and also kind of like understanding that. I feel like one of the biggest things about an org or anything like that, or how one goes day to day in this, is just basically trying to figure out like and know like at the end of the day, everyone's people and everyone's gonna make decisions and everything like that and not take it personally. So yeah, I feel like decompressing for you after a game or anything like that.
Do you have a preference of who goes first?
Either one.
I can go first, Jabbar, if you want.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I come from an LRG world first. And when I go into those games, it's like putting on a fucking mask. Like you go into these games and you're like, all right, I'm here to play and that's all. So I do take a lot of that and I do put it into my org personality as well. So only talking game to certain people does help me separate personal life versus game life. I feel like a lot of people don't know a lot about me, and I'm okay with that. If I do end up making a real personal connection with someone, great, fantastic. I have a friend. If not, it's okay. So another way I do decompress with game versus life is I put on a game face when I go to school and I see little fucking 7-year-olds. Like I am a character at school. I'm a character online. What you guys don't see is like my super emotional side. I do MMA. I fist fight people to get some of my aggression out. So like honestly, you guys are probably lucky you're not playing an LRG with me because I can't get my hands on you. So but yeah, just I don't take anything personally in this game. And that's another reason why I don't pop off on people either. Cause like it's just a fucking game. It's okay. It's okay if you don't like me. I don't care.
I think how I decompress is, and you and I talk about this all the time, because like we're both movie buffs. I love to go sit in a movie theater, honey. And I just seen a new Scream, so you better have seen it so we can talk about it, right? And so like you know that like we both have been to the movies like at least 5 times throughout this season. It's just really a way for me to like relieve myself of like all the tension and just put myself in the moment. I loved going to the movie theater. In terms of game itself, I think Sanam is like a really good person to continually remind us that like, hey, it is a game. Like these people don't hate you or things like that. And so like, again, for my own mental health, like I just have to journal, talk about my experiences on calls and stuff like that. Not even for a gameplay standpoint, but just to be like, okay, nobody hates you. Like, even regardless of how you feel about this conversation, or if you think somebody's lying or if you're lying, just remember that like you care about these people as people, but like you also have the ability to separate it from the game. And I know that like that's a little bit easier for me to say than other people, since I did like the lying and the screwing over, and like I'm sorry for that. Unfortunately, I can't take it back, but like that's how I mentally like detach myself. Like I constantly write and remind myself that like this is a game, and I can separate these things on paper. I can separate them for the sake of this game.
All right, that's really all I had to ask. I enjoy both of you. I've enjoyed playing with both of you. I'll look forward to seeing you all at the reunion, and I appreciate it, and I forfeit the rest of my time.
Thank you, Zach. We now come to our final juror of the evening. And as a reminder, because Sanam finished in third place, she will get an additional 2 minutes for additional questioning, or she can use all 7 minutes. She can use 7 seconds, whatever you want. Sanam, that time is yours. Please welcome, you saw her earlier tonight, Sanam.
Hi, guys. First things first, I'm going to make great use of my 7 minutes. We're doing a shot or a swig. Cheers, friends. Congratulations on doing what every single person in jury wishes we could have. I'm proud of both of you. I think that one thing that you guys have heard me harp on this all season long, like game is game, personal is personal. So just know at the end of the day, be proud of the game you played. You played the way that you intended, and it's okay if that's not how everyone wanted to play. Like, Lord knows, like, I touted my straight up policy all season long. You all know I was downplaying shit to people. Jabbar, I would have taken Mickayla. I meant it when I said it to you that I would take you, and then half an hour later I changed my mind because I was like, no. So, like, we all play the game, and that's okay. And I think you should be proud of the game you played as long as it's what you intended and you owned. And I think you've both done a great job doing that. So my question for you guys is like, I think that tell me, like, this is not just Big Brother. This is the president. So not only is it some crazy chief of staff twists, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but fuck that guy. Disrespectfully, not sorry. Chief of staff is the worst. But how do you see yourself representing as the president of this org, not a player? So I think like the biggest distinction that I see in the two of you in your gameplay is, Jabbar, like, you were kind of willing and dealing and making these, and those were strategic choices that you made. And Mickayla, you were not afraid to grab someone by the throat and just tell them what you thought and what you thought other people thought. So tell me how that feeds into you representing this org as the president. And we will start with Mickayla, my daughter, who I can actually openly say was my number one since day one.
Okay. So in the beginning of this game, in my like intro, everything, I said that I wanted a lady in power. I wanted to work with the girls. Did that happen? Yes, to an extent. But I did also say that I didn't want someone coming in as the president to be like a dictator, to tell people what to do, to, you know, to just like be like, this is how I'm thinking, and if you don't think the same way as me, fuck you. I did not want that to happen, and I think that the three of us sitting at that end would have been a perfect representation of that. I played a pretty upfront, honest game. I told some people what I was thinking and others not. I said from the beginning, I wanted to play an honest game. You just had to ask me the right questions. And a lot of people realized a little too late that they were asking me the wrong questions, so they weren't getting all the information that they probably wanted from me. So I wanted to work collaboratively. I wanted someone to come into the president being like, I want to work together, not divided. And me playing in the middle, I think I showed that. I showed that we can work two sides.
Do you think that some of those times where you conceded opportunities to maybe hold or like use more power was part of that like intention of not being a dictator?
Yeah, I definitely like, and even like when I won the veto with Zach's votes, like I wanted to see where he wanted, like what I wanted to save you right off the bat, 100%. But that would have been coming from just me being like, this is what I want, fuck your HOH. But no, I worked with him, said, okay, you don't want me to use it, I won't use it. I was voting with majority of the people because people were coming to me saying like, hey, this is where I'm voting. Where are you thinking? And I'm like, yeah, like, do I have other opinions about some of the votes? Sure. But like, I'm not going to be like, your vote is wrong, I'm not voting with you, you know? So I do think I worked collaboratively with a lot of people.
Okay. Jabbar, same question.
Hi. So speaking of working collaboratively with a lot of people, I would like to say this jury is 9 people. And 8 of those 9 people, if I add Mickayla, making 9 of 10 people were at the top of my like priority rankings at one point within this game. And I think that the only person being Kevin, but like even with Kevin, like I told him I was evicting him and I was willing to have my mind change. And I think that that represents me as a president and a person. Like I am firm when I need to be, but I'm also flexible, I'm reasonable, and I'm rational. Like my mind changed on people all the time based off of the information that I was getting or how well or not well that I felt about a call throughout this game. And it's exemplified in my gameplay, right? Like a lot of different people won power and I was not afraid to like grovel, cut a deal, whether I was going to betray it in like 1 or 2 rounds, you know, fine. But I was not afraid to like be humble throughout this game. And I think that that's like not the luck per se, but like that's the benefit of being nominated so early. Like you have to kind of go and tuck your tail between your legs and like beg people for votes and beg people to keep you safe. So throughout the rest of the game, I had no shame of like saying what I needed to say. And something else about me, like I do think that I'm pretty diplomatic. Like if I'm offering up a deal or like I'm kind of alliance, I want it to feel like it's mutually beneficial to all parties. Like I don't think that I like just steamrolled people's mentalities or anything like that. Like Ray and I had a great relationship, and like I told Ray a lot of information, not just because I wanted to use her, but I wanted to give her like the most optimal chance of playing this game as a new person. And I did that, I feel like, with a lot of different people, and that signifies me as a person. And I think that will signify me like my style as the president as well.
I know that one of the things that you guys have been asked, specifically Jabbar, is like about like kind of a lot of the unnecessary lying. I think that like, and you and I talked about this today before coming here, like, I think that most of the times when you lied, you felt like there was a reason and you've been able to explain a lot of that. So can you tell me, do you think you would have been here without some of those strategic conversations that you had and those strategic lies and like decision flips? Do you think that you would have been able to make it to final 2 without that?
I think it depends. Some of them, yes. Like I could have been honest with Cake, especially knowing that you wasn't going to use the veto. Like I didn't know that you weren't going to use it, but had I known that, I just would have been honest from the beginning. Kevin, my mind did change with that. So I think when I knew that I was evicting him, I probably should have. I don't think that those things changed the game, but I do think that there is merit to like lying in a president round when like a specific front runner could be dethroned. So I stand behind those. Like I'm still regretful of those decisions, but I think that those are more meritable than like lying to like Cake, lying to Kevin, and honestly royally screwing Jay over on the live stream.
Fair. All right. Well, that's all of my questions. I wish you both the best of luck going into this vote. Don't forget that you are each other's vice president. I will be your Secretary of State. There are no questions. I love you both. I'm proud of you both. Regardless of how this game pans out, like, be proud of yourself. We're still friends after this. I'm still going to video call you and make you take shots. We're going to do it at the reunion. Love you both down. Good luck.
And Sanam, before you go, oh my gosh, where'd it go? I have a friend who wants to say hi. Couldn't resist. All right. Thank you, Sanam. Thank you. All right. You have both made it through the Electoral College portion of the season finale. Well done to both of you. We are now going to go into your final closing statements. These are your last chance to speak directly to the Electoral College before we open the polls. As before, we will start with Mickayla, and then we will go to Jabbar. Mickayla, your time will start as soon as you are in full screen, and then you say the first thing that you want to say. Good luck. You're on mute.
Hey. Okay. So I don't want to harp on the fact that I was a first boot one time and now I'm sitting here. However, in my first game, I was that first person voted out. I didn't have a chance to even play the game. I left before I could prove who I was as a player, as a person, everything. So that stayed with me. Coming into this season, I carried a lot of that on my heart, on my chest, but not as a weakness, but as motivation. I knew what it felt like to be underestimated. I knew what it felt like to have your game end before it could really even get started. And I promised to myself that if I ever got another shot, I would not let that happen again. So this season, I didn't play timid. I built real relationships. I won when I needed to win. I made moves when I needed to make moves. I stayed back when I needed to stay back. I adapted when the house shifted and when my back was truly against the wall. The difference between then and now isn't luck. It's growth, it's experience, and it's resilience. I came into this game with something to prove, not just to the jury, to the viewers, but to myself. And sitting here as a finalist after being a first boot shows exactly how much I evolved as a player. This wasn't handed to me. I worked and I earned it. To the jury voting tonight, if you're voting for someone who has learned from their losses and come back stronger and played a complete game socially, strategically, and competitively, I hope you see that in me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mickayla. We will now go to Jabbar for your closing statement. And here we
go. So once again, thank you all for your time. Similar to Mickayla, I also came into this game with a lot of personal baggage. However, as I previously stated, it was the other side, right? Like years ago when I played, I would win a lot. And then when I came back, I would lose a lot. And when I started this game off, nominated the first 2 rounds, it was so freaking demoralizing. I knew that I had talked to a lot of a lot of people, and I was spreading myself around enough, but I also knew that that just clearly wasn't going to be enough. I had to change my own trajectory to be considered somebody worthy of like staying in the game. And so the very next round after I got off the block and Mickayla wins the HOH, I win a veto. And then after I win a veto, I then win an HOH. And at this point, I can show people that I am a competent player. I'm a competent strategist. And I want to keep a lot of people who I felt socially good with off the block. And I also, because I felt good with pretty much everybody, by the time I won HOH, I even had to put somebody else up who was previously number 1 on my power rankings at one point, being Jacob, but I also was pretty solid that he was staying. And I think my HOH or my front runner is what really, really materialized my game play. And from there, you know, I did do a lot of lying. I did do a lot of backstabbing. And if you don't vote for me because of that, I completely get it. I know that I could have handled myself a lot better in situations. But if you are going to consider like somebody who is the total package, I think that you should consider me. I think that I was so insulated in the game. I didn't get nominated again until the final 5. And like, sure, that can be seen as luck, but I cut deals with people who were winning competitions, and when my allies were not winning competitions, I was able to save myself with a veto. There's a reason why I've only been a final nominee 2 times, and both times I stayed in a unanimous vote. That didn't happen because of luck. That happened because of skill. That happened because of like the hard work and the dedication that I was putting into this game. And it just really should not go understated. Ultimately, I think that I showed flexibility throughout this game, adaptability, social power. I was willing to take my services and always sell them to the highest bidder. Whoever was willing to offer me something that I felt would be beneficial, To me, I was going to take it. I showed that I can make big moves, and I showed that I was always going to put myself in what I thought would be the most manageable decision to me first. And there's a reason why with Sanam winning HOH, I feel like I would have stayed against everyone else in the final 5 in a 2-0 vote. And I don't think I get that result if I'm not sitting there with the people who I like worked with to get there. Overall, good luck with your decision. Good luck, Mickayla. May the best person win. And I cannot wait to see how this turns out. Thank you for your time.
Jabbar, Mickayla, you have done everything that you can do. You have now made it to the end of the season finale, and all that's left is to open the polls and figure out who has won this thing. Before we open the polls, bravo to both of you for an incredible season. This has been an incredible season finale to watch, and no matter who wins, you both have said it. Be very proud of your games. You both have done an incredible job. We're going to have an amazing winner no matter who it is. And it's been an honor as the creator of this game to host both of you. It has been amazing. So congratulations to both of you on that. Now, Electoral College. In a moment, you are going to go to your production chats. You will go to your production chats, and what we want to see is I vote for blank to win. This is a vote for a winner. This is not a vote to eliminate. This is a vote for a winner. The person who gets the most votes will be our 9th president of this org. Jabbar, Mickayla, before I open the polls, one more time, best of luck to both of you. Love you both. Electoral College. For the final time this season, the polls are open. thank you. Electoral College, your votes are locked in. We are certifying the votes right now. Now, before we announce the winner, there is one thing that we did want to talk about before we officially announce the winner of this season. There's been a lot that's happened in the last 32 days, but there was one thing that always bothered me a little bit. Where did all these powers come from? Well, now you get to be clued in on something that has been happening when brewing in the deep state. Because what was the deep state? To be honest, for a while, many of us on production, we actually weren't even entirely sure. Until the chief of staff revealed a secret that has been living in the shadows of the White House since the very beginning. Take a look.
So, you're wondering what the deep state powers were all about. Good. That's exactly what the deep state is supposed to feel like. Unsettling, lurking in the shadows. Because real power isn't in front of the camera, it's behind it. The deep state was me the entire time. Before you stepped foot into the White House, literally hours before, I instructed production to randomize certain placements in frontrunner competitions. Each selected player entered the shadows, and they learned the dark truth about this game.
All right, Deep State, please show yourself.
All of our former presidents have been working for me. Not publicly, but strategically. And yes, they receive power.
This power is called the safety net. And here's how this works. You will compete, and if you're like, I don't know if that's good enough, I need help, Ronnie Talbot will jump in for you and also play the challenge.
I think it's the Wikipedia link competition.
Is it? It is. It is the Wiki.
Yes!
You have received an advantage called the nominee switch.
This power does not remove anyone from the block. Instead, it allows its holder to swap one nominated candidate from one house with a nominated candidate from the other house.
This advantage is called Suspend Your Campaign. This is essentially a safety without power.
But that wasn't enough for me. I wanted one final reveal. One final twist. Just to make it sting for all of you. The deep state was in front of you the entire time, and no one said anything.
M1.
M1 for all the fun. Let's see what happens. Ooh, just a COS in your corner. He's just playing with you. Let's.
Or was it?
All right. Hi, AJ.
Hi.
Well, welcome to the deep state. Isn't it cool here?
Oh my gosh, this place is amazing.
Whoa, what is happening?
So the presidents would like to give you, for being the visitor of the deep state for this round, an extra vote.
Sometimes power is loud. Sometimes it wins competitions. And sometimes it whispers. So candidates, I hope you learned something from me these past 32 days. Watch the shadows. Trust nothing. And remember, I'm always watching.
How interesting that the deep state definitely played a role in this particular season. Production, let me come to you before I'm going to kind of stall a little bit, but let me go to you first. But without revealing the winner or anything of that sort, tell me about this season. First off, actually, before anything else, and also shout out to Kevin and it's Jabbar and J-Bald as well, who are not here, but just flowers, roses, standing ovation to this production team for an incredible season. Thank you. Thank you. You are the best that orgs have to offer, and we absolutely love you. So thank you so much.
Who's going first, girl?
Well, thank you once
Eric, I mean, Eric, this is your baby, and we just try to make it as best as we can behind the scenes. And I think we put together something really special this season. I think most people are walking away having a great time, a competitive time, and a desire to come back, just like we have seen in many of our previous seasons. It's been as a testament to your brainchild, and we just try to do what our part to help. And wow, the players did all the work for us this season. It was just incredible.
Yeah, it was constantly giving at every corner and every round and every conversation. It was just the wheels were turning. It was lots of gameplay, lots of lying, lots of deception. It was really fun to watch. I genuinely really loved enjoying watching the season unfold and just seeing what happened, because at times I had no idea what was going to happen. So it's truly been a roller coaster, and definitely a top tier season for me. I can't speak for everyone, but definitely a top tier season for me. So congratulations.
I want to thank you all for inviting me to join for production this season, because I knew that you guys put a lot of effort into tracking what's going on, and I wanted to be a part of that, and I'm so glad I did. This season in specific was so chaotic and had so many last second changes and plan modifications, and there were times we were on calls or in chat utterly flabbergasted at what things were happening last second, that no people even in VL do not know how close and down to the wire so many ridiculous things happened this season.
Mhm.
It was
First
so
season
much
for Chris,
fun.
by the way. Give him the shout
Yes,
out.
Chris.
Yes.
Absolutely
Yeah.
crushed it.
Absolutely fantastic season.
Can't wait to have you
That was
on
the right
next
one to
season.
start.
Yes.
Yep. And yeah, I think it should. The caliber of players this season was so high that there would have been so many deserving winners. And I am so glad that the final two showed out tonight, really owned their game, was able to show why they deserve to be here. And I'm just excited for us to reveal a winner. And I think our final two backstage is ready for that too.
Yes. And J-Ball, do you want to throw in something out there too?
Trying to
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I was trying to go off mute. No, I don't really have anything much to say. It was a great season. I think everyone wants to know who wins, so let's just get into
Let's
it.
get to it. I don't even know who
All
wins.
right.
I muted everything. I'm so excited. I'm on the edge of my seat. I'm
Here
so
we
ready.
go. I'm going to send y'all backstage, and we're going to bring the our final two back in.
Good luck, everybody.
And there's J-Ball. There we go. Here we go. Jabbar, Mickayla, nice glasses also, and nice hat, all of that good stuff. But let me say to both of you, we've been doing this for 9 seasons. This has been one of the, and I say the word crazy in the best sense of the word. This has been a season that really brought us down to the depths of what it truly means to be an incredible order. And all 16 of you who competed really showcased all of that. But how perfect that the two of you are sitting there as the vice president and president of this org to really shape what this game has been about. Digging deep, trusting the process, and ultimately getting the votes to win. It is time to quit stalling. I have votes. It's time to find out who won. Best of luck to both of you. Andrew has certified his vote for Mickayla. There we go. Ray has certified her vote for Jabbar. Jacob has certified his vote for Jabbar. Kevin certified his vote for Mickayla. Sanam has certified her vote for Mickayla. Cake has certified her vote for Jabbar. 3 votes Jabbar, 3 votes Mickayla. It takes 5 to win. Jay has certified his vote for Mickayla. 4 votes Mickayla, 3 votes Jabbar. AJ certified his vote for Jabbar. 4 votes Jabbar. 4 votes Mickayla. It comes down to Zach. The winner of the President Deep State. Congratulations to Jabbar. Congratulations, you are the president of this org.
Yes, Jabbar. Yes. I was gagged. I was like, just going back and
Congratulations.
forth. I don't know
Wow.
which way it's going.
And
Another iconic 5-4 vote.
Mickayla, our vice president as well.
Vice president.
Congrats, guys. Good job, Jabbar.
Oh, my
Man,
heart is
you
now
crushed
beating.
it.
I was so exciting.
What an incredible season. Congratulations, Jabbar. You are our president of this org. You've been through a lot this season. It's been amazing. How do you feel?
I'm truly speechless. I feel like I've been talking for the past 2 hours. I'm ready to hear other people talk that aren't Mickayla and myself. But I feel, thank you so much for the opportunity. This has been amazing.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to, let's see. Cake also joined in here as well.
What a great way to come out of retirement.
Oh my gosh. And Mickayla, congratulations to you, our vice president. What an incredible season for you. My gosh, like you said, first org, second org. Oh my gosh, and vice president of one of the craziest games. Well done.
Congrats.
Oh my gosh. What
Well done,
a great
both of you.
season. Congratulations, Jabbar, our president of this org. The party's not done. Pre-jury, jury, you're going to receive a Zoom link momentarily. We're going to party and celebrate a great season. We got some awards, we got some memes, all sorts of fun stuff. But in the meantime, Jabbar, congratulations. You are the winner of this game. Congratulations.
Yes.
We will see you in summer 2026 when we will do it all again. Have a good night, everybody.
Oh, that's it.